Hello guys, Britannos here. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. So I know I'm a little bit late on this, but we're going to talk about Giant Shadow map and DLC for Battlefield 1 and also some of the patch notes. I'm going to really talk about the sort of changes that were applicable to my game and my style. I'm not going to go through them all, be here all day. So yeah, this patch came out on the 13th of December for those with premium and 20th of December for everyone else who's smart and didn't pre-order the game. I actually, for some reason, got it on the 13th. I didn't pre-order and I'm not premium, so I don't know what is going on there. But lucky me, I guess. So I've been playing it for a little bit. I haven't played it a lot. The new map, I'm not the biggest fan, but we'll discuss that. We'll discuss it later. So let's talk about some of the changes to the weapons and the guns and the ones that I use anyway. The mortar. Let's start with a mortar. So in the previous patch, they made it a bit harder to use, so it took a long time to get an accurate aim with the mortar. It started off with a massive circle and slowly got smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you shoot. You couldn't spam shoot because it just circled to get bigger and bigger. They made that so the aiming time is less now, so it takes less time to actually get the accurate aim. The aim's still not as good as when it first came out, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's good that it's not pinpoint accurate, because before I was getting so many kills with it. And now I stopped using it because it was just took ages to aim. I was just getting picked off by snipers, and now hopefully it'll make a bit of a comeback. I think that sort of reflects a reflection of the game as a whole. There were a lot of mortars at the start, then the patch came out, and then there were a lot less. And now I think there might start to be more again. They're pretty fun to use, and they're pretty scary when they're coming at you, so hopefully they'll be back in there. The Martini Henry got a bit of a nerf, which again is disappointing because I've unlocked this gun and it's just, I love it. It's so fun to use, it's so good, and it sounds great. So basically it's changed to make it a bit more in line with the scout guns, but it isn't really like the other scout guns because it's a single shot reload and it's an iron sight. So you've got to be pretty skillful to get a sort of longer range kills with it. At times it could seem a bit OP, particularly sort of a little bit closer range. But it's a level 10 gun, so you would expect it to be a little bit more powerful than the others, and it hasn't got a scope. So basically what they've done is they've changed the limb damage calculator. So now if you shoot someone, say through the arm, if you aim it side on, shooting through the arm, and it would go into their body, it would only calculate the damage to the arm, which I kind of understand, but at the same time, if you think about it, maybe in a real gun, it'd probably go straight through their arm, straight into their chest, but you know, it is what it is, and I really hope they change it back, because although I'm still getting success from it, it's a bit annoying. If you line someone up and just have to be side on, you're not going to kill them, which is annoying. I'm finding a lot less people using it in the game now. I'm finding it a lot less. Beforehand there were quite a lot, and now there's a lot less. Whether or not that's because they changed, just because they got bored of it, or people getting killed because it's a single shotgun, I don't know. The BAR Eyes of Storm variant. This is now a beast of a gun. This is a very, very good gun, and the thing holding it back is its clip capacity. I think that's a good thing personally, because if you had a gun that was that good and it had 30-40 rounds, you'd be unstoppable. So I think that's a good thing that it's only got 20 rounds. If you come up against 2 or 3 opposition, you've got to be very good with it, because otherwise you'll pick one off and then you'll just run out of bullets. So, but I really enjoy it. It's a very, very fun gun to use. This is not one that I personally use, but it's a change that I've actually found very good, is the A10 shotgun, the Hunter variant. That was just ridiculous, particularly on a map like Argonne Forest. I was just getting blown away. Like, I'd have a look at the kill cam, it'd be some guy with the A10 shotgun like 15 meters behind me, and it'd be a one-shot kill. It's just getting annoying. That's been nerfed now, so the longer range capacity is not quite there. Now it takes 2 or 3 shots from it, depending on the distance, which I'm very, very happy about. That's very good. They've also introduced a grenade crossbow. Now, because I play support a lot, this is a good change for me. You know, it's another change. Personally, I think it's just more of a gimmick novelty thing. I do use it. I've been using it. It depends on what map I use. If I'm in a bigger open map, I'll get the mortar out. If I'm a bit more of an enclosed map, I'll get the crossbow grenade out. I got a few kills with it. It's good. I've seen some videos where they discuss whether or not it's going to just add to the grenade spam. It will. I don't think it'd be a big issue, because it's not firing gas grenades or fire grenades, it's firing high explosive or frag. So maybe we'll have to wait. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if it particularly will. There's not a lot of people play support, so I don't think it will cause too much of an issue, to be honest. But yeah, that's a sort of general overview of like the gun changes that have happened with the guns that I use or ones that I'm happy about. Anyway, okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the map, Giant Shadow map. So those of you who don't know, Giant Shadow map, it's a big map. It's a 6-flag conquest map. You've got a town at one end, A and B. You've got a crashed Zeppelin in the middle, C and D. And then you've got a log cabin thing and the train stations, E and F. But it's very, very big. It's actually very open between, so C and D are in the middle in the crashed Zeppelin, and the rest are just past open fields, and it's difficult to get from one to the other. In terms of reviews, other videos that I've seen and things I've seen written, mixed reviews, some good, some bad, but not many people loving the map. Some people say it's okay, some people just don't like it, and it's fair enough. I think, again, it's a bit of a novelty value, the fact that it's a new map. So people are playing it because it's new, but I think that'll soon wear off pretty quickly and people are going to just stop wanting to play it, I feel. Anyway, as I said, it's a very open map, so it's very difficult to get them from the peripheral points, A and B or E and F, into the Zeppelin. You just get picked off by snipers. They'll just sit in the hills and just pick you off. I've noticed this a lot. They'll just park a vehicle on a ridge above E, and either if you're coming from A or B or E and F, and they'll just blow you away, and you can't do anything about it. And I tried sneaking past it, and they just still saw me. So so that's annoying because they're up on a ridge line, so I can see a lot on the map, and it's just difficult to get past. And stuff like that just kind of ruins the game for me. Overall impressions of the map, I think it's a lazy attempt from DICE to give themselves some sort of press and some extra YouTube coverage before the Christmas rush. People might go out and decide, I'm going to either get COD or I'm going to get Battlefield, and so a lot of new Battlefield videos are coming out, and so I got this new map and it's free. But really, if it came out as part of the vanilla game, it would have been slated. The map would have been slated. It wouldn't have been a very unpopular map, and I think it's a poor effort. It's unimaginative. It's plain. It's boring. It's open. I think it's a lazy effort. The flags within the Zeppelin, they're actually good. They give some intense combat, C and D. But again, it's just filled with gas. People just chucking gas, and you can't see anything. You just gas mask on the whole time. So yeah, that kind of in the Zeppelin bit's the only sort of positive from it. What annoys me a little bit is that people are giving it a bit of a pass because it's a free DLC. It's a free map, but frankly, it's crap. And I think people should be a bit more annoyed at DICE releasing this stuff, but people giving it free pass. Oh, it's free. But paid DLC is just daylight robbery. So they should be, we paid enough for the game up front. We shouldn't now have to pay a third of the price of the game again to get another set of maps. It's just, I don't think that's right. And I think if they're going to give out free maps, they should put as much effort into those as they do the ones that then you've got to pay more for. I just think it's lazy, and I think it's a bit of a robbery. Just a few points I want to see in DICE going forwards, just sort of a few things that I've seen. I want to see less gas grenades. One per round, like every other grenade type, I think is more than enough, to be honest. It's getting to some maps, it's just stupid. I've gone away. I used to use gas grenades. I would like to think I use them quite tactically, but I think I've now gone to frag grenades or stick grenades, depending on what team I'm on. I've gone away from gas. Even my trip bombs, when I'm a scout, I get trip bombs. I tend to move away from gas on those as well. I just find it annoying. I don't want to be another part of that problem. So yeah, reduce the gas grenades, and I hope the gas grenade situation doesn't get worse with the new Christmas players coming on. It could get even worse. I hope it doesn't. The second thing and last point on this one, spawn locations. The amount of times, and I haven't complained about this before, but it's getting a bit worse. It's getting worse. The amount of times I've spawned on a teammate and then I immediately get stabbed in the back or shot in the back, or I spawn right behind an enemy and I just shoot them in the back. the amount of times that's happened is just stupid. It really is stupid. DICE, you got to sort something out, because that is just, it's not good. It's really not good. If you want to take this game beyond the COD franchise, you've got to sort your spawn locations out. Also your servers. The servers have been better recently, but you just got to sort them out. You've got to make them better, just a bit more stable. Anyway guys, let me know what you think of the patch and the new map. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What do you think? I look forward to seeing your comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.